girl?
Nothing, dude. Just chilling at home. What are you doing?
Chilling in my car.
Nice. Your new car. Congrats on the new car.
Thank you, ma'am. It does feel nice to be a new owner.
I
Well,
bet.
yeah, I half own it.
Yeah. Right.
Bank owns it too, but yeah. No, I actually really, really, I love my car. I'm very
Yeah.
grateful.
Yeah. Amen. All right, dude. So I know we don't have a lot of time, but we do have a important topic to talk about. So if you don't mind, I want to get straight to it.
Well, you know what? I agree. Let's do it.
So let's take it back. Let's bring the news back. Um, all right. So I want to talk about the shootings. I want to start off with the shootings. If we have time for the next topic, we'll talk about it. But I want to start off with the shootings that happened about a week ago, I believe, the El Paso and the Ohio shooting. And I don't want to talk about gun control. I don't want to talk about politics when it comes to mass shootings. I just want to talk about each other and caring for each other and how important it is for us to check up on one another, because I feel like that's what we have most control over. And the reason that what even drove me to bring up this conversation and want to talk about it is because my sister sent me an article um that she read, and my sister unfortunately was involved in a school shooting, and she's very much affected by it 2 years later. And she shared this article with me, and I took out, and that's what I took from the article. What I took from the article was to care for one another, because we have the power to write our senator, we have powers to write to congressmen, we have the power to do all that, but we also have the power to care for each other, to ask our neighbor how they're doing, to ask our classmates, like, hey, how are you today? Like, and even if that person is not open to share with you what they're really going through, that's okay. At least you open the door, and that gap has been pushed open to where they know that you care, and they know that you've asked, and they maybe one day they could feel like they could possibly talk to you, or maybe not just you, but maybe in general they just feel like anybody out there hurting or going through some shit or thinking some shit, like, hey, people do care, people do ask, or you, and then that's it for me. Like, just, this shit is happening too much, too fast. And another thing that makes me sad about these situations is how fast I feel like we're detaching from this. Like, it's just another shooting, and it's a week later, two later, and I bet you, like, a lot of people are not even talking about it anymore, or not, but like, it's put behind and we move forward. And I'm not saying like dwell on this bullshit, because it's not something to dwell on either, but we can't forget this shit is happening. We have to be very aware of these things. And again, like, one thing that we have control over is caring for each other, and I think it's important to start doing that shit and start doing it today.
Yeah, I love that. So, yeah, kindness is never wasted. Having kindness and um, showing that you care, showing that people are important and that they're visible, that you see them. It's super important. And like you're saying, like your classmates, like they might not be your friend, but maybe if you see somebody who's not really your friend, but there's somebody who's kind of maybe like just to themselves, doesn't really say much, maybe befriend them or smile at them or say, hey, I noticed you weren't in class that day, like, are you okay? Or here's some notes if you want to copy
Yeah,
my
here's
notes,
some
like I would.
notes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like if they don't, obviously, like they don't know you, so if they don't want to share, that's fine, but just showing people kindness and compassion, and um that they matter, that they're important, and that is very, very very powerful. And
Very.
smiling, that's the most powerful weapon or tool. Sometimes people are just like, they look mad, but then a really simple smile to them, they kind of they mirror it, and they smile too, and it makes you just feel good when you're
Yeah,
smiling.
it's
You're just like, wow,
contagious.
yeah, it is. And it's important to spread kindness and love and compassion, and you know, try to empathize and feel how people might be feeling, through traumatic situations, and go from there. Just support as much as you can. And like I said, even your strangers that you don't even know, you can make a big difference by just acknowledging them, smiling at them,
Yeah.
being respectful, and maybe not, yeah,
Don't be a rude
don't be
ass.
a fucking bitch, all right?
For real.
Don't be
And then
a
another thing is also when we now that you say that, um, it's I love what you said earlier. Kindness is what? Kindness is
it's never wasted.
it's never wasted. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a quote, I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm so smart and made that shit up right now.
Ooh, girl.
No, I'm fucking lying. Yeah, I've definitely read that, and it's stuck with me for such a long time, because sometimes you can feel silly doing something, but in the end, I've never regretted being nice, but I have regretted being um maybe just in the moment frustrated, impatient. I always
Mhm.
regret those moments. So kindness, I
Yeah.
never do. I never ever do it. And it's contagious. Yeah, like that you being kind to them, maybe they're going to go be kind to someone else.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm. I agree.
so be
So,
kind to me, all right?
right? Yeah, so just leaving it there. I don't want to talk too much about the subject because again, like it's not something to dwell on or anything. I just really after I read that article, it just inspired me to just take this platform that we have now and just say it out loud to just really care and care for each other and be there for each other because you just never really truly know. And the next subject that I wanted to touch
Wait,
is
wait.
what?
I have something to say.
Go for it.
If someone's listening and they do feel like, well, yeah, that'd be nice if someone checked on me, but no one checks on me, and I don't have anybody to check on. I don't know. Um, I just want to say that you absolutely matter, and you you are enough, and you are loved, and you are a part of this world, and you deserve to experience all of the great things that it has to offer, no matter what. And don't let anybody make you feel that you don't deserve that. So I just wanted to say that.
Amen. Yeah, for sure. I agree. Yeah, we all matter. We wouldn't be here if we didn't.
Yeah, and I wish I could check on you, the people who felt this way specifically, because then we would know, and it'd be easier to kind of help those who are hurting. But we don't know, and we mask it. We're good at it. And yeah, being vulnerable is very scary, but people love you and care about you, and yeah.
Just
And
let it
even if you
out.
don't,
Let it out.
yeah, and if you really feel like you don't have anybody who loves you, I'm sure that there is someone.
I'm sure you're
Well,
wrong.
for
Someone
sure.
loves you.
Yeah, God loves you, and we love you. We
Yeah,
don't know you,
know
but
that
we love
Patty and
you.
Cassie love you. Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. All right.
Hey guys, wanted to take a quick little break to first of all say thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting the podcast. We greatly appreciate you guys. Our podcast is created on Anchor. Anchor is a free app and a free website that provides everything in one place for you to start getting creative if that's something that you're interested in. So it provides you with two major keys, right? You can go ahead and record on Anchor, or you can record on a different software and upload it to Anchor. So for example, me and Cassie, we record our phone call and we upload it to Anchor, do what we have to do, and it's good to go. And then from there, Anchor takes control and it will go ahead and distribute it for you around all major platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and any other big platforms that are used for podcasting. Another major thing is that you get to make some cash. So not only do I get to record with my best friend, but we also get to make some money in the process. So that's awesome. So yeah, go ahead and download Anchor. It's not only for creating podcasts, but it's also for listening to podcasts. So if you're interested in finding some different podcasts, go ahead and get on there, download it. Again, it's free, and check it out. Let us know what you guys think. Again, thank you so much for listening, for supporting, and I hope you guys are having a great day.
I also wanted to talk about this human trafficking situation. And ironically, I wanted to talk about this human trafficking situation before this billionaire asshole came out with his shit show and all that shit. But it was just on me because it was kind of happening here in San Antonio. There was a lot on social media, Amber Alerts going off and stuff like that. And so I wanted to talk about that too. And whenever it all started happening, I went ahead and did a little bit of research on just human trafficking, right? Because when I would think of human trafficking, I would think of like 18-wheelers, packed with girls and this and kids, who get stolen for their organs and shit, which that does happen. But after listening to some stories of some people on TED Talks, I was like, holy shit, this is happening right here, right now. For example, there was this girl who went to go party with her friend. Next morning, she wakes up and her friend's like, you owe me $600 or $300, a certain amount of $100 for the night before. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, she said she was just kind of shook. And she's like, yeah, you owe me money. He was like, here's this bag, get in the car, drives her to a strip club. And she's like, you're going to go in there and you're going to make me my money and you're going to make me my money, bring it back. So she said she went in there, she danced, she made the money, she brought it back. And then moving forward from that day, there was guns involved and just powerful people that just, or not powerful people, but people that looked intimidating people, I guess I should say, to her, that kept this thing going for, I don't remember. I want to say 1, maybe 2 years, maybe even 3. I don't remember the number, but it went on for a while before she was able to get out of it. And when I was listening, and I listened to another similar story too, that happened here in America and stuff. And it's just like, you think like this shit is really happening literally right here, right now. Like where I was going, I remember watching that movie Taken and that girl being snatched away, when she's in Europe with her friends. I would think of scenarios like that. But when I heard these stories, I was like, no, like this is here, this is now. And damn.
I know we probably passed by people who have to report back to their tyrant or their I don't know what you call them.
Pimp.
Their pimp. I mean, but really what they are is horrible, what is it called? Like when people are, but I don't know the word that I'm trying to say, but they have to return back out of fear or out of, life or death. I don't know. But I'm sure that we pass by these people who we have no idea.
So yeah, touching the kidnapping, touching the shootings, I also want to talk about awareness, and not awareness like I'm making you aware of what's happening. Obviously, we know it's happening. I want us to, as personal individuals, to be aware of our surroundings. Be very, when you walk into the store, where, I don't know if I ever mentioned to you, I read an article a few years ago, and it was by a Navy SEAL, and it was when another mass shooting happened a few years ago, and he went ahead and released an article, and he talks about how we should be aware and what we should do when we're in public, and because these things are happening. And he says, whenever you walk into a building, always know where your exits are. Everything around you could be a weapon. How can you use it? What could you do with it? I don't remember what else. I wish I could find it, but I clearly remember those two, and it's something that stuck with me. So when I'm somewhere, dude, I'm grocery shopping, I'm at Walmart, I'm at the movies, like I'm always like, okay, where are the exits? Like, what's with me that I can and all this stuff. So, um, when it comes to shootings, when it comes to kidnappings, like let's all be very aware, especially as females. Like when we're leaving the mall, like don't be on your phone. You know, put your phone in your pocket, look around on your way to your car, all of that, because it's. I mean, we're living this time where this shit is happening, and we we need to be aware, and we need to be very aware because it's happening everywhere at any moment.
Yeah, yeah, shootings, trafficking. There's a lot of things that are happening that we can try to be a little bit prepared by, and one of those ways is by your awareness, maybe avoiding certain shopping, like maybe avoid shopping at certain times, or maybe avoid shopping alone as much as
Alone.
possible. But like,
Don't go
I just
shopping.
fucking
Don't.
stay in your house the rest of your life.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, sometimes it feels like that. Like, well, shit. It's like, what can you do? But yeah, definitely don't let the fear and all the negative keep you from living your life. Like, you have
Yeah.
to live your life.
Live.
But
Live it up.
it's what you're saying. Like, educate yourself, um, and literally, the internet's at our disposal. So look up how to be aware in your surroundings. Like maybe there's some tips and some, I'm sure there's videos on YouTube for free that you can just get a little bit of tips that might literally save your life, or might um, make you think of something that you never even thought about. Like, oh wow, yeah, I guess I do walk with my headphones. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but you know what? Now thinking about it, yeah, it probably isn't the best idea. Or talking on the phone while you're walking in your car. Maybe, I know I do that, but I know that in a sense, like, I'm distracted.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't, yeah, I guess just however you want, the listeners, or however you, Patty, like whatever you want to do to be aware and live your life in a responsible, um, preparedness way, do that. But yeah, do a little bit of research and find out a little bit of information.
For sure. Always have some pepper spray. That's I have a group chat with some girlfriends of mine, and the other day we were talking about getting pepper spray and all that stuff. So my cousin, I remember when I moved in with my cousin, she had pepper spray with her, and I was just like, what the hell? I used to be the type that would go to Walmart like at 1, 2 in the morning because it's 24/7. I can go in there the fuck I want. And then when I moved in with her, she was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, so yeah, little things, little tips. Me personally, what I've learned to do, like I took that away from that article, was my exits, my weapons. Another thing that I like to do is just look at people, like, are they wearing a backpack, are they carrying bags, are they, just little things like that, that I'm okay, all right, cool, and I keep and I move on. But again, when I say I want to have this conversation, it's not like, I'm not saying dwell on it, don't live your life, don't go out, don't, none of that, because we have to live and we have to have fun and we have to enjoy what we do, but we just have to be very, very aware of our surroundings, especially as females. And I know we have a big female audience, so yeah, like, we gotta be very, very aware.
Yes. And I have pepper spray, and I got really comfortable. I got too comfortable, but I used to walk with it like unlocked. I would have my finger on the trigger and I'd be ready.
Oh shit.
Like, if a friend was to surprise me, like, they would get a surprise right back. Like, not today. Oh, my bad, dude. But yeah, like, I used to be very, very, a little bit too worried about it. I felt like I was in the wild and just super hyper aware of the danger, the possible danger that could happen. And it kind of was too much. And so
Yeah.
people were like, you need to, my mom would just tell me like, yeah, if something's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And you can only be as prepared as you prepare for.
Yeah.
And that's all you can do. And you just got to have faith. And that's what helps me the most. Faith is the number one thing that helps me through anything, just having
Yeah.
faith. And at the end of the day, if something does happen, I pray to God that, and I'm pretty hopeful and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to go to heaven. But yeah, so
I
that
don't
might
know,
be,
dude. I don't think you're going to heaven, dude. Don't count on
bitch,
that
don't
too.
even scare me like that. Don't even get that in my head. No, thank you. Blah, blah, blah.
Dude, you're a beautiful human being. Like the gates of heaven are gonna be wide open for you.
Well, but yeah, I mean, thank you. That's, I think about that too. My mom and I will say, like, my mom will be like, yeah, sometimes I wonder if, like, I'm a little scared of hell. Like, so she'll correct her ways and she's like, okay, God, like, what would Jesus do? And it's true, like, or what would he want you to do? And yeah, dude, like, it's, it's be taking advantage of the resources we have right now. And that's just so important. And as an individual living in this world right now, like, there there's a lot of danger. There's always been danger. It's just different kind of danger. And now there's these sort of like very common things that are happening that really aren't okay. And I would think that this wouldn't even be happening because we're so advanced and we're so modern and um, our society, like, I don't know, it seems like this is something I'm reading in a textbook but it's crazy because these are things that are happening now. They're continuing to happen, and I definitely would like to educate myself more on being able to contribute and make whatever difference I can make.
Yeah.
So, but that's definitely something for me to do on my own. And if I find some good legit ways to donate or to volunteer anywhere or maybe
Share.
sign a petition, like, yeah, I definitely will share. But I'm being for sure called to try to make a difference. And whatever way I can, you never know how much of a difference you can make. Like, we're pretty powerful humans, and one person can make a really big difference. So,
Yeah. So kind of to leave it there, um, be aware of your surroundings, be caring, be loving, be understanding of everyone around you as well. Even if you don't really like them, we still gotta care. We still gotta be there for one another. Um,
yeah.
but let's move on to some positive. I wanna go ahead and let the let the listeners know about the the
Fact
positive
that
the the
we,
positive news coming their way, dude.
damn it, I was going to say something else.
Saying what?
Yes, the positive news. No, no.
It's literally positive news.
Yeah, positive news is coming. That's something that we kind of wanted to do because you and I were talking about news in general, and you were saying how you watch the news every day, and so does my mom. She cannot not watch her news. Like, so I don't know, and I honestly felt depressed when I would watch the news, and I would find that it would just make me kind of more worried and scared of the world I live in. And so I took a huge back seat, and then with all the politics going on right now, and I
Yeah.
kind of I need a little detox. Because when I watch the news, I talk about it with everybody I see that day. Hey, did you hear about that? Oh my God, so sad, right? Like, but like everybody, dude, I'm not
Yeah.
kidding. Like, because I want to talk about it. I want to see what people think about it. I want to see, and sometimes it opens up really great conversation because both we agree or we disagree. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'm thrown off when someone doesn't agree with me. I'm like, what? Like, and you get to hear a different way about the way that they think. And so news is super powerful, but the way that TV news does it is very, um, strategic, and I feel, this is my opinion, that it's meant to scare you, and it's meant for you to spend money, and it's meant for you to do a lot of things that I'm just not in touch with. So like public radio, NPR, KPCC, different things like that, I like to, or read the newspaper, old school things like that. Learning, you should be aware of the things that are going on in your community and the world that you're living in. But yeah, I took a huge step back. You still watch the news every day, and you do feel like it's kind of shitty news. It doesn't necessarily make you feel good.
Yeah.
So we wanted to
Well,
spread
wait.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I listen to the news every day.
Okay, you listen
Or
to the
I
news.
try, I try to listen to them. I don't have TV, so I can't watch them. But yeah, like you said, like I mentioned to you, it's just a bunch of negative political bullshit, and I'm tired of it. So I want to take the platform that we have now to go ahead and share positive news. So with school starting, going back to work, the daily routine back at it, summer's over. um it's gonna get tough to record, but we don't want to get off that wagon, right? Like we want to stay
Yeah.
consistent, and we figured that one way to stay consistent with our audience would be obviously the staple podcast that we normally do, the normal phone call that we always have. We're going to try to do those. But on the times that we can't do something, on the times that we don't have the time to have that conversation, um, we're going to take the time to just have a short and sweet podcast of nothing but positive news. And I want to do definitely just something positive. We want to bring something positive to the table versus your typical news. We're trying to change the game up a little bit.
Yeah, we want to spread positivity and maybe inspire people to look at the good, and just remember and tap into the good that is happening all around
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah, I'm really
also,
excited.
yeah, super, super excited. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. But
That's okay.
also, we're going to have our first guest on this podcast. Oh my
Ah!
God.
I know.
Yeah,
I feel like we should have balloons and flowers, but like
for real. Like,
this
oh my
shit is.
God. I can't believe we're going to have a guest.
I'm
Yeah,
really
we're gonna have
excited.
our first guest in the podcast. We won't say who, we won't say what it would be about just yet. It's still in the works. Well, it's official that we're having a guest. The whole subject, the whole conversation is still on the works. So it's a very good topic. It's very unique, very like touching, and me and Cassie and our guest are very excited to share this. So stay tuned for that.
You don't want to miss it.
You
For
really
real.
don't. For real.
It's gonna be.
This is some shit, dude. This is some shit like that maybe you can relate, but for those who can't, it's gonna be it's a great story. There's a great story to this, and I'm really excited that our guest is ready to share, because it's a conversation that we've had, and the fact that she's ready and comfortable to talk about it makes me really happy. And I know it's gonna be. She told me today, we talked about it a little some more, and then she's like, dude, I think it's going to be so therapeutic for me, because I've never, ever, I have not talked to anyone about this. And I said, girl, well, bring it on.
Yes, and she's really brave. Like it's it's a personal story. It's not like it's a positive, great. I mean, there's positive in it, but it's a intense conversation. I know we're like Patty and I are acting like all excited because I mean we are excited to have her because she's a bright, beautiful human, and we're excited to have her on. But it's an intense story, so definitely buckle up, and yeah, we're excited to be able to have someone like her on with her story. And
Yeah.
I'm excited because I'm completely new to this. I mean, I definitely know like what we're talking about, but I don't know. I'm going to be learning with my listeners, or not mine, like I own you. But I'm gonna be like a listener, but I'm gonna get to
Yeah,
ask
you're going to
questions
be
and
like a
stuff.
listener. Yeah, you're going
So
to Yeah, which is one thing that I wanted to do. I don't want to give you too much on the subject because I feel like as we get to this conversation, you're going to be able to maybe pull things out of her that I haven't, by asking a certain question or something like that. So,
Right.
yeah, I'm really excited. I am really happy we got to catch up really quick. It's been a busy week. I know you already started work. So I'm glad we're staying consistent for the maybe second or third episode. So yeah, dude, I'm glad we got to talk. Glad we got to chat. And it's just, I love talking to you on the phone.
I know, me too. I love it, and it is nice when we get to talk. But yeah, like we like talking about some pretty heavy things. Um, but I'm proud of us because I feel like we talked about some things that were heavy, but made it like kind of productive in a sense, or like a takeaway that's positive,
Yeah.
So having these conversations, I encourage you to have these conversations with people that you feel safe with and that you love, and that there's respect, because these conversations need to be had,
Mm-hmm.
and discussed and shared. So
Yeah.
I'm always excited when we get to talk in general, because we always talk about some interesting things.
Yeah.
And is there anything else like that's interesting that you want to share that we haven't got to talk about?
Um, no, I mean, not right now. I don't think. Other than that, I would just really like I said earlier, summer's over, so good luck to everybody going to college. Good luck to everybody going back to work, kids going back to
Yes.
school, whatever it is that you're doing. Stay positive, stay energetic, stay on it. When you have a rough day,
Keep
sink it
going.
all in. When you feel like fucking crying and you've had enough, fucking cry and let it out, and then bring it on again tomorrow. It's only for any school. If you're going to college, if your kids are going to school, whatever it is, it's only 16 weeks. Don't forget that. We always think like, oh, school's just starting, or oh, this is, and then like 8 weeks later, like, holy shit, we're halfway through this shit. Like it's gonna fly by. So make the best out of it. Stay positive, stay focused, and let's get it.
Yes, I love that. And keep going. Like, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how challenging it is, it's going to make you gain experience, and experience makes us stronger and
Mm-hmm.
smarter. So, no matter what, definitely keep going. Don't give up, because you will regret that.
Yeah, give up.
But yeah, I'm excited. A lot of us we're going back to school, where you and I specifically are going to be taking a pretty big load than what we're normally used to with school. And we still got our goals that we're working towards. So I'm really proud of us, and I see people, and they're doing it. They're hustling, and they're
Mm-hmm.
working towards their goals, and I love it.
I'm loving it.
Oh, you're such a dork.
I hate myself sometimes. JK, I
No.
love myself.
No, I love it. People don't get to see that side of you all the time, because you're all serious and getting your shit done, and it's badass.
Hey, girl. Hey, you do what you gotta do. But on that note, I gotta get to what I gotta get. I gotta cook dinner for my man.
Amen.
So, amen to my man. So, I guess I'll talk to you later, dude. Let's talk soon.
Okay. Love you.
Drive safe. I know you're on your way. You're gonna be on your way home, and I know that LA traffic, girl. They be talking about it on the TV sometimes or on the news. That LA traffic is no joke.
Yeah, it's no joke, but it ain't gonna take me down.
You take it down.
All right, boo. I'll talk to you later. Ciao.
Okay. I love you. Take care.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.